And on fifth day, that is block 5, Marxist view of literature. And on seventh day, sorry, on sixth day, that is feminist theory. On fifth day, that is Marxist view of literature. And on sixth day, that is feminist theories. And on seventh day, that is deconstruction. And last day, that's to come to an end. That is contemporary literary theory. Understand? So these are the topics to be taught, taking 8 blocks and 8 classes also. So this present discussion is very, very difficult. The mic of sound is coming. Outside sound is coming. So am I audible to you? Hello? Mic off. So more sound is coming. Hello?
Ranjit Singh, mute yourself.
Hello, Ranjit. Can you mute
Sir,
yourself? Hello, Ranjit.
In this what I say, so some more sound is coming. That's bell type sound is coming. Mic up, mic.
You tell other students to mute themselves.
Hello. But if this sound will continue, we cannot means I cannot speak. You cannot listen. The
Ranjit,
disturbance will occur.
Ranjit sir, you have to.
Disturbance will occur. Please, please stop making that sound. You see. So, so what sound is coming? Hello.
sir, Mr. Ranjit,
Sir, can you ask the RC to
unmute किए हैं.
remove this person?
Tell them to stop that sound. You tell your friends to stop it. Okay, thank you. So see, all these discussions that I have got to discuss with you is very, very difficult. Very, very difficult and complex topics. That's that's starting from MEG-1 till the end. So this present discussion is very, very difficult. Happens to be the most difficult one. Still, we have to take interest.
ऑन करिए कहिए.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Okay.
you are
So
audible, but others are
some
not
disturbances
muting
are
themselves.
some
That's the
disturbances are
problem.
going on. So that's why if for a long time it will continue, so it will hamper our listening and also my presentation both. So please stop that disturbance. Then only everything will end in well. So present discussion is about, that is an introduction. That's because listen mindfully, all the discussions are very, very difficult, complex topics. So it's time taking, but within that short span, we can complete all these. Time is short, but topics are many. So far as your introduction, that is block 1, today's discussion is concerned, so it may take not less than 5 classes. But how can we complete it only taking 1 class? Had it been offline classes, then it would have been better. Just have a parallel discourse. We'll have again sound came.
Same person,
What?
sir.
So what
Sir,
sound
you
is
have
coming?
started talking.
What's that? So the high sound is coming, unable to. You can't listen what I speak.
Sir,
Ranjit, go
can
on mute, please.
you ask the RC to mute this person, sir?
Hello?
Sir, remove him, please, sir. Can you ask the RC to remove this person, sir?
So who is that person? Who is that
Sir,
person?
his name is Ranjit.
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 Ranjit. Sir.
What also delete. If knowingly getting mistake, you because others are there, others are listening. Why should you disturb others?
He left.
Not only you are disturbing yourself, but also to me. Because I can speak. I can speak clearly. My voice can be audible. I can be distinct. So to make it distinct and clear, so you please sit silently and listen mindfully. Okay.
Sir, Ranjit, mic is still open.
So I'm well, because you said these discussions are very, very difficult, painstaking. So within that span, what you listen uh, will be final.
He left.
And after that, I will help you. After that, I will help you if required in just providing you notes and other things also. Okay, if required. So I will help you to the best of my ability. What's required so far as your examination is concerned. So taking your examination into account, I may help you if required. Just giving you notes and other some that wanted things, whatever you require, whatever you want. Well, so an introduction. At first, so far as your introduction is concerned, we have to just start or we find what is literature, uh, what is literary criticism, and what is theory. These are the prime discussions to be discussed just before discussing some important points of present discussion. Unless until you know all this, you can't proceed and you can't have a clear-cut idea about that Plato, Aristotle, and also it has some long questions as well as short questions. You see, each block has some long questions as well as some short questions also. In this block present discussion also, we have some long questions. Aristotle's theory of imagination, thought about poetry, then Plato's, then some short questions also. Because you see, a lot of questions are there. Innumerable questions, 20 to 25 questions are there, but we can complete all these in this online. Had it been offline, we would have taken interest and it could have been done. But online means only will just toss everything in a nutshell. Though not in detail, but everything must be in a nutshell, in short, as brief as possible. Just here I want to make a clear-cut idea because duration is 1 hour. So impossible, but we have to make it possible. Wait. So at first we have to know what is literature. What is literature? Now pass on to our discussion. So listen mindfully. And after the completion of all the discussions, I will help you if required by providing you that some materials. Okay. You take note of my number also. This is my WhatsApp number, and everything must be done later on, after the end of all the discussions, all the blocks. So, what is literature? At first, we have to know. So far as an introduction is concerned, the very first topic is coming. That's what is literature. Understand? Literature, literature is the total of preserved writings what I have collected going through different materials to make you clear. It's not what I'm speaking of my own. Just adding some more lines of my own, but almost all the lines that I have extracted from other materials to give you a clear-cut idea, clear-cut picture. What is literature? Literature is the total of preserved writings belonging to a given language or people. It is derived from the Latin litera. Literature is derived, means has come from the Latin word litera, which means a letter of the alphabet. A letter of the alphabet. Literature is the first and foremost humankind's entire body of writing. After that, it is the body of writing belonging to a given language or people, then it is individual pieces of writing. In a serious sense, literature is writing which expresses and communicates feelings and attitudes towards life. Again, speak English in. So you see, all these classes are only based on listening, because you see, we have four important skills in English: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So these four important skills, as you know, that writing enjoys the topmost prestige. Writing is primary, then speaking is secondary. That doesn't mean we have to ignore other two skills, that is listening and reading. So listening happens to be the most important skill. If you become a passive listener, remember there are two types of listeners, because it is literature. In literature, whenever a teacher is going to discuss or will discuss or discusses anything, in between he or she just diverts from his main attention and just thinks of some other presentations. That happens only in case of a literature, not in other discussions. Only literature. That's why I'm just giving you ideas, uh, deflecting from my main discussion. So there are two types of listeners: active listeners, passive listeners. Passive listeners. Active listeners means body present and mind present. Passive listeners means body present and mind absent. You are sitting here with me listening, but in between you are just thinking of other matters, about other realms. That is called passive listener. So I just advise you all to be active listeners. I advise you all to be active listeners, because if you become active listeners, you can gain a lot, you can understand a lot, you can learn a lot. Very simple. So be active listeners. Body present, mind present. Passive, body present, mind absent. Okay. So in a serious sense, now I'm discussing with you what is literature. Then after we have to pass on to what is literary criticism. Then what is theory. In short, everything I'm discussing with you in short, as a brief as possible, not in detail. If I go into the detail, so it may take a lot of hours. Even if I can touch
Yes,
one third of the discussion, present discussion. Okay, only in short, to make you clear, just to give one clear cut idea. That's why that is called online class. Had it been offline, everything would have been better. Okay, leave it. So, in a serious sense, literature is writing which expresses and communicates feelings and attitudes towards life. Literature, then, is the first meaning or expression of literature. Then, second, literature can also be told as mirror of a human nature. Literature can also be told as mirror of human nature. Comparison is made here. Then another critic just gives his own opinion about literature, because all these are the definitions of literature. Because whenever you just speak about the definitions, you try to quote the lines of other philosophers or critics or authors or whoever he or she may be. So about according to Argyris, Argyris says that the study of literature the study of literature cannot solve our problems. The study of literature cannot solve our problems like malnutrition. So malnutrition, its opposite is nutrition. Nutrition, malnutrition, just antonym. So like malnutrition, war, violence, etc. Means literature cannot solve our problems like malnutrition, war, and violence. So literature seems unimportant. Who speaks? RJ speaks, one critic. Literary critic, he just gives his own opinion about literature. Means literature seems unimportant because it cannot solve our problems in our day-to-day activities. Then another critic, Volcker says, science concerns with facts. Science concerns with facts, reasons, causes, and effects. Science concerns with facts, reasons, causes, and effects. And literature too deals with facts, but in it, facts are presented in modified forms. That man speaks it or gives his own opinion about literature because now just we are extracting or quoting the lines of others, the words of others. Then literature refers to works of creative imagination, including works of poetry, drama, fiction, and non-fiction. All these are coming under literature. Poetry, drama, fiction, and non-fiction. Well, so that's all about what is literature. That's all about what is literature. Because needless to say more about all this because uh, many things are there about what is literature. If I just go on giving the lecture on a particular topic or go on presenting lectures on a particular topic, so impossible to complete all or impossible to touch all the main points. Main points. So only intention is to touch some main points to make you clear and also to make you not clear but crystal clear. Well, so now what is literary criticism? Then second is now you knew some lines about what is literature. Some critics gave their own opinions about literature and everything. Now, so pass on to what is literary criticism. Literary criticism is the means all these are coming under an introduction. You see, understand at first. Discussion is about you block one. And what is your block one? That is an introduction. Block one is an introduction. So what I am at right now presenting before you is coming under block one. That is an introduction. Clear? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Huh. Am I
Yes,
audible
sir.
to you?
Yes, sir, it is clear. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So what? Okay. Then what is literary criticism? What is literary? So you are perhaps in first year, MEG first year.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir,
Okay.
first year.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
First year. Had you known about my name prior to that class? Before that class? Had you known my name? My name?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
No. Your name
No, no.
Nishya Mishra, sir.
No, sir.
So
Yes,
okay.
sir.
I know. Have you known?
Yes, sir.
Who
No, sir.
so have you just John? So how did you know my name?
Sir,
We don't know.
Last class,
Nursia.
last class
Know it.
was attended. Attended. Last class attended.
Yes, sir. I will know, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir, we saw it in the routine.
Oh, MS5. Okay, last year also I was taking MS5. Just up about 2 months also. Last 2 months also I was taking MS5, and already 3 to 4 times I have taken this present. That is literary criticism and theory. This for the fourth time or fifth time.
Sir,
Okay, so
we
what
can't
is
see any
literary?
presentation on the screen.
Hello.
Yes, sir. We can't see any presentation on the screen, sir.
No, present you see
Same here
that's
also.
mobile. Mobile, that is impossible. Had it been laptop or everything, so big screen, so then would have tried and taken interest. So,
Okay, this class is just audio class, sir.
huh. Okay, you see. So, what is literary
Sir,
criticism?
what is your good name, sir?
NM Sir, Nurshya Misra. Okay, you see, I'm just giving a clear-cut idea. I just listen mindfully. Then after, if required, I will help you uh, to the best of my ability. What's required? That giving you, supplying you notes and materials regarding all these discussions, completed discussions. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yes, yes. Notes for everything, materials, and okay. But it can be possible within this short span, 2 hour duration. 2 hour duration means only I have to touch the topic, I have to touch some important points, and I have to uh, expand it to the last extent. What's possible, not more than that. Because many points are there, we have to discuss many points, we have to touch many points, many important points, many sub points also. Short notes are there, long notes are there, everything. So impossible. Well, see, then what is literary criticism? Literary criticism, you see, had it been offline classes, I would have taken 2 periods or more than that, then I would have supplied you the notes complete. Because this is a topic and you take the notes based on that particular topic, everything is there. But online class impossible. So through WhatsApp, if required, I will give you.
Sir, sir,
Hello.
sir, we have a WhatsApp group.
Speak.
Sir, we have a WhatsApp group. Haswana, please you go.
Okay, double voice is coming. Notes after them. Voice breaking. WhatsApp. This is my WhatsApp. This is my WhatsApp number. So after the end of the sessions, you keep my number. This is my number. Okay, uh, and we'll send everything through WhatsApp. Okay.
That will be great, sir. Thank you.
I'll
Sir,
try.
have
I'll
you
try for
shared
you.
your number, sir? Have you shared it yet?
Number. Have you got my number or not?
No, sir,
No,
no.
sir.
No, sir, we want your number.
Right, 93377
Okay.
93377
93377
7794
94
247.
247 933
Again,
9.
93377 94247.
Okay, sir.
Okay. 9337794 247. Okay. So now to start, what is literary criticism? Now you knew some lines about what is literature, then about literary criticism. Literary criticism is the comparison, analysis, interpretation, or evaluation of works of literature. I can listen. Okay, we can complete all these, but what's required? So, taking some important points, we have to only listen. Literary criticism is the comparison, analysis, interpretation, or evaluation of works of literature. Literary criticism is essentially an opinion. Literary criticism is essentially an opinion supported by evidence relating to theme, style,
सूखा हुआ लग रहा है.
setting, or historical or political context. Again, I am speaking. Literary criticism is essentially an opinion supported by evidence,
Like
relating to theme,
ठीक ଅଛି
style, setting.
Excuse me, sir.
Hello.
Me, sir. Two of them
Okay,
actually not muted their mic and they're kind of disturbing. Pooja,
okay,
and
speak. What? Problem?
there is one more person who had not muted their mic.
Okay.
Pooja Dha and Sudarshana Sahu, please mute yourself. You're creating disturbances.
Okay, you don't be so okay. I'm sorry. I will help you. I will help you at our opinion. Okay. So let's first complete our present discussion, touching some important points. Then after about some more, then log on to this one. So well, I will help you. Okay. Don't fear. I will help you. Okay. You see then. That's literary criticism is essentially an opinion supported by evidence relating to theme, style, setting, or historical or political context. You just get an idea here. What is coming in an introduction? You just listen. Then types of literary criticism. Types of literary criticism. Now you knew some lines about literary criticism. Now coming that's types of literary criticism. Types of literary criticism. Traditional criticism evaluates types. That is, first is traditional criticism. So far as your types of literary criticism is concerned, the number one type, the first type is traditional criticism. Traditional criticism evaluates an author's biological information, their culture, background, and history. Clear? Traditional criticism evaluates means just gives us a clear cut picture about an author's biological information, their culture, background, and history. Am I audible to you? Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Are you
Yes,
able to
sir.
Yes,
listen?
sir.
Okay, that's required because what I speak, if you are not able to listen, so it's okay. Then sociological criticism. So now you knew some lines about traditional criticism in 2 to 3 lines, only in 2 to 3 lines, because as brief as possible. If you go into the detail, impossible. Then sociological criticism. It evaluates a text. Listen mindfully. Attention, please. It evaluates a text based on its relation to a particular society. So what's going on inside and around the society, inside and outside the society, that we find it in sociological criticism. It evaluates a text, means a material, based on its relation to a particular society and its larger social context. What's happening inside and outside the society, that picture we are getting it from sociological criticism. Then new criticism. Then that's coming your new criticism. New criticism was a formalist movement. Criticism was a formalist movement in literary theory that dominated American literary criticism in the middle decades of 20th century. It emphasized close reading, means new criticism, emphasized close reading, it emphasized close reading, particularly of poetry. So, on what subjects that did it emphasize? That it or does it emphasize? On what particular or in which particular topics does it emphasize? It emphasizes particularly of poetry, to discover how a work of literature functioned as a self-contained, self-referential, and aesthetic object. And aesthetic object. Aesthetic means concerned with beauty or an appreciation of beauty. Then what is a theory? Now you knew what is literature, what is literary criticism in short. Only I am discussing everything in short. Remember, in short means in a nutshell, not in detail, because time is short. That's why discussing everything with you also in short. Then what is theory? Means literary theory. Literary theory, all these are coming in an introduction, block 1. Remember, literary theory refers to any principles derived from internal analysis of literary texts. If we go through the text and just by taking a close reading of the text or coming in contact with the each lines of the text, then we can know. So literary theory refers to any principles derived from internal analysis. Analysis of literary. What is there in the text? What type of characters are there? What do they do? What do they like? Where do they go? And how do they behave? Everything that is called internal analysis of literary text, or from knowledge external to the text that can be applied in multiple interpretive situation. Very generally speaking, very generally speaking, a theory or any theory, a theory or any theory provides a system by which experience can be organized organized and made sense of, or at least into something which will be comprehensible. Then is coming, that's our Indian aesthetics. Indian aesthetics. Aesthetic means concerned with beauty. This is coming on an introduction. Now you knew the first discussions, first and primary, that's required, meant for the block 1 and introduction. What is criticism? What is literary criticism? What is literary theory? In short, now unit 2, that is Indian aesthetics, means appreciation of beauty, or that is concerned with beauty, or an appreciation of beauty, that is called aesthetics. In an Indian aesthetics, that is the second point. Mean these are the points of an introduction. Introduction is the block 1. These are the sub points, or you may call it as the points. An Indian aesthetics. In an Indian aesthetics, at first we see religious foundation, because aesthetic means appreciation of beauty or concerned with beauty. So in an Indian aesthetics, at first we see a religious foundation, and philosophic thought is quite significant as a factor in the social context of art in any moment of history. Thus, much Indian art and criticism had a religious form and content. So you might have gone through many Indian religious books, Indian texts. So what do you find? Only that's religious, means much Indian art and criticism had a religious form and content. Thus, it is that these aesthetics, had a spiritual base or context. Spiritual base based on that a religion. Spiritual base means based on religion or religious activities. This is evident from the link that one can make between the Rasa Leela of Krishna. You might have seen Krishna's Rasa Leela with gopis at Vrindavan. So this is evident, means clear from the link that one can make between the Rasa Leela of Krishna and the gopi and the rasa theory, that is called rasa and rasa, both are same, rasa and rasa. Okay, We'll discuss this later. What is Rasa and Rasa, and what is Spota theory, what is Dhoni, what is that's your Alankar theory. All these are coming under this an introduction, block 1. So later on we'll discuss, because I'm discussing with you everything step by step, unit wise. So one can make between the Rasa Leela of Krishna and the Gopi and the Rasa theory. Also the artist, rulers and spectators, audience show a willingness to accept fantastic representations at the supernatural. You might have noticed how emphasis is placed on mystic symbolism. Emphasis is placed on mystic symbolism. Mystic means who believes in the spiritual apprehension of a truth that are beyond the intellect. Mystic means that is a spiritual apprehension of truth, who believes in the spiritual apprehension of truth. That is called mystical. So that's you might have noticed how emphasis is placed on mystic symbolism in the arts, in dance and theatre in particular. Mystic symbolism, some particular symbols are there. We'll discuss it. A more or less theoretical discussion rather than preceded these performances. You may recall how Aristotle's poetics was similarly based on certain epics which had already been performed. Most Indian, most Indian, most Indian art can be given a religious interpretation. Most Indian art can be given a religious interpretations by persons of a strongly theistic inclination. Theistic inclination. One who believes in a God. That is called theism. Theistic inclination. Of course, there have been many Indian works and their interpretations which include ideal representations of gods and spirits, which theistic, which are theistic. Theistic means that mystic symbolisms of gods and goddesses. Mystic symbolisms of gods and goddesses. Then non-spiritual expressions. You knew something about spiritual. How do we come across or get some mystic symbolisms or that pictures of gods and goddesses in our Indian art and literature? Because discussing about Indian aesthetics. Then non-spiritual expression. Non-spiritual means not associated with or interested in religious spiritual matters. Spiritual means spiritual, non-spiritual. Spiritual means based on aesthetics, based on appreciation of a beauty or concerned with beauty. And non-spiritual means not associated or concerned with or interested in religious or spiritual matters. Many Indian aesthetic theories run down in Indriya perception. Because now I am discussing with you non-spiritual expression, not interested in religious or spiritual matters. That is called non-spiritual. That is called non-spiritual. Many Indian theories, aesthetic theories, run down the Indriya perception. Means starts from the Indriya perception as Maya or illusion. Maya or illusion. Even so, you notice many works of art employing sensory experiences. Means it tries to satisfy your senses. We have five senses. We have five senses. That is taste, to see, to just eat, and everything. So we have five senses. Uh, so even so, you notice many works of art employing, means giving a clear-cut picture about sensory experiences based on senses. Apart from the sensory, naturalistic and humanistic experience have also made a mark in India's long philosophical traditions. Aesthetic was preoccupied with the production of stimulation of rasa or rasaparna. Rasatparna. Rasa had a Rasa had a spiritual as well as sensuous dimensions. You see, rasa and rasa, as I earlier told, rasa and rasa. Rasa means we'll discuss what is rasa. Rasa means original drink for gods. That is what we nowadays we call it as drinks, liquor. Rasa. Yes or no, it may be somarasa or any type of rasa, what you speak, call it as, and rasa. Rasa and rasa, two different words. So spiritual as well as sensuous dimensions to it. It was seldom that these were blended. Then mystic function. As I told the meaning of mystic. Mystic means who believes in the spiritual apprehension of a truth that are beyond the intellect, beyond your imagination. Mystic function. Art was produced and received in the framework of the spiritualism of the
Sir,
time, moral at the time. Hello?
sir,
Hello.
am I audible?
Okay, speak.
Yes, sir. Sir, from which source you are explaining this? Your own
Because
or book?
no. I have collected all this what I am presenting before you. Collected some lines of some important materials, and I'm presenting some lines of my own, both blending both. So I am presenting. Okay, because you see these are the
Sir, if
lines.
sir, wait. I will explain. If I will share the screen of book, then what
Oh, that I
will you explain
you mean
it?
to say which book you have to just
Ignos, Ignos book, Ignos book, sir.
igno. MEG-5,
Hmm.
MEG-5. It is available in markets and
Hmm.
other materials. Okay,
No, sir. Always also available in PDF. So will you explain it from it?
means which book? Which book?
MEG-5E.
MEG-5, MEG-5. Okay, I will tell
Uh,
which book that you have to refer to. That you mean to say which book that
I
you have
have
to refer to.
what, sir?
Hello, which
Yes,
book
sir.
you have to refer to?
Ignos book, sir. Original
Huh?
PDF जो downloaded from e
Yes. Igno.
And I also have a Neeraj book, but it
What?
is not in PDF.
Yes.
So will
This.
I do this?
Huh. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So
sir, we are attending to you very nicely, and you have explained it very well. But if we could get whatever you are saying in material form also, if you could just share with the WhatsApp or something like that,
yeah,
would be very nice.
yes. I told it to all of you right from the beginning. I will
Yes,
also
Sir,
share it with you.
yes, sir. Thank you, sir. We are enjoying the class.
Also, I will share it with
sir,
you.
so wait. I joined you a group in a group, so please let me
Huh. You
check
you you
check in it and then share.
You create a group.
You
You
can
create a
share.
group.
Huh.
Uh, and
Already
army.
created a group, and I also joined you. I also
Uh,
joined you, and also
okay.
selected or also
Okay.
selected
You.
you as an admin.
Okay.
So please share
Create.
your notes in.
Okay. Okay. You create a group and add me in that group. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
You are also an admin.
You make add me in that
Then
group.
please share your notes there. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Please share
Okay.
your notes here.
You after the end of the discussion, okay? Because I am just
Okay, sir.
trying to give you some important ideas about the today's discussion is block one. Tomorrow will be block two. Day after block three. In these ways we are discussing. So after the end, I will help you. I will help you personally as well as also through this WhatsApp. Okay. Hello.
Sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You
sir.
please continue explaining us.
Okay. Okay. Well, so now, as on the discussion, um, mystic function. Art was produced and received in the framework of the spiritualism of the time. Mural paintings. Mural painting means paintings on the previous old traditional paintings, scrolls and stones. Painting some beautiful pictures, traditional paintings, or bronze sculptures helped or were at least thought to help stimulate the desired attitude as a means of achieving moksha. Accordingly, aesthetic was preoccupied with mystic symbolism. Aesthetic is preoccupied with mystic symbolism. I mean pictures of some traditional that images of gods and goddesses. You might have seen Shiva's that's the dance. Which dance? Tandav dance. And Nataraj, that image. All these.
Sir,
We are getting.
not
Huh.
trust.
Nataraj, that's the
Sir, not
dance.
trust. Yes.
Nataraj means Shiva. Shiva, it's a symbol. It's a symbol. Nataraj means that the Shiva's symbol and Krishna's Banshi. Okay, how does Krishna just start blowing his flute whenever he starts his Rasalila with other gopis? Okay, that all the pictures that is called mural paintings, previous old traditional pictures of gods and goddesses. Accordingly, aesthetic was preoccupied with mystic symbolism. Mystic means based on truths, religious truths. Mystic symbolism, the bronze icon of the dancing Shiva, bronze icon of the dancing Shiva. You might have seen the Nataraj Murti of Shiva. How does he start his dancing in different that gestures and postures, the body parts. Okay, in a bending state and very furious looks, everything. That picture we get it from that paintings. The bronze icon of the dancing Shiva is a symbol of the cosmic rhythm of a creation and destruction. Whenever Shiva starts dancing, that is called Shiva Tandav. Tandav dance means we understand it that the god is going to destroy or obliterate the entire cosmic status or cosmos means creation. It represents that Tandav dance represents the destruction. Okay, well, so that's the mystic. Then Krishna is also another mystic character, religious character. I mean, discussion is about mystic function. Discussion is about Indian aesthetics, mystic function. Mystic means religious functions of gods and goddesses. The traditional pictures of gods and goddesses. All these are coming under this present discussion. An introduction, block one. Then Krishna. The myth and legends related to Krishna. You might have known a lot about Krishna. Also, I am giving promotion on Krishna. Wherever I have, if I have time, so I've been okay, and also giving that lectures on talks on Krishna. That is called promotion in Bhubaneswar and everywhere also. If I have time on Sundays and some other days, I'm going to some particular places and speaking some lines about Krishna. Okay. Krishna Katha, that is called Krishna Katha. Oh, well, so Krishna, the myths and the legends related to Krishna, the myth and legends, myth you understand? Myth, legend also you understand? The myths and legends related to Krishna have contributed to Indian aesthetics to a major way. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. The myths and
Yes, sir.
legends related to Krishna means what we come to know about Krishna. What did he do just before the last 5,000 years? How did he come? What did he do? And whom did he like? And how did he do his Rasalila? And what did he perform in Vrindavan and Mathura? These are the activities or works of Krishna. Okay, that is the myths, and these are called myths. The myths and legends related to Krishna have contributed to Indian aesthetics in a major way. In a major way. Krishna, after all, is the archetypal Rashika. Archetypal Rashika. A pure Rashika. Archetypal Rashika.
Sir, meaning?
মানে pure Rashika, a great Rashika, you understand? Rashika, one who tries to play with other girls. That's here gopis, a great god. Krishna is also happens with a great god. He is also the mischievous child. Or you know, uh, Krishna has got many qualities, a lot of qualities. That is archetypal Rashika, a great god. Also is known as the great god. That is ଅନନ୍ତ କୋଟି ବ୍ରହ୍ମାଣ୍ଡ କା ମାଲିକ। ଯେତେ ଆମର ବ୍ରହ୍ମାଣ୍ଡ ଅଛି ସବୁ, that's brahmands, universe. So we have a lot of universe. So Krishna happens to be the supreme personality, the top godhead of all the Brahmands universe.
I
The
guess, sir.
top
I guess.
supreme creation. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
okay, we get it from all the scriptures, all the religious scriptures, starting from Veda to Purana. Veda, Upanishad, that's your Vedant,
Excuse me, sir.
and Gita, Bhagavad, everything. We come to know about Krishna, a great God. He is also the mischievous child of Nanda and Jasoda, the divine flute playing lover. You might have seen Krishna. How does he play his flute? Vanshi, Vanshi, Vanshi in Odia. The divine flute playing lover. And whenever he starts playing flute, how others are attracted towards him. Means a lot of starting from a common man to that's wise person. Okay, a hermit, all are attracted towards him when he starts blowing his flute. Okay, so the divine flute playing player and a religious moral teacher, because he told Gita on Kurukshetra, that's why he's called a religious moral teacher. At the same time, simultaneously, he is in touch with all the activities. A great God, Okay, the supreme personality of all the gods and goddesses. That why there is a slok in Gita, Matah paratarang nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Matah paratarang nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya.
What did you say, sir? I
Okay.
don't understand.
Means Krishna here is speaking, I am the supreme personality. No man has the power to surpass me. I am the preserver, I am the creator, and I am also the destructor. Okay?
Okay, sir.
God. So how do you know God? God. God means generator. O means operator. And D means destructor. One who at the same time generates, operates, and also at any time if he desires and wishes, also destroys. So that power has only given to Krishna. He has got that power. He has been endowed with all these qualities. No one except that God has got that. Okay. Well, so the divine flute playing lover and a religious moral teacher, how at the same time he is playing all the roles. The Rasa theory, the Rasa theory, as it is known to many Indian language literature. The Rasa theory, as it is known to many Indian language literature, critics was originally critiques were originally formulated by Bharat in his treatise, means Bharat Natya Shastra. Bharat, that is called Bharat in his Natya Shastra has very beautifully defined and all these. Then we are discussing about Rasa. Okay, just take 2 to 3 minutes. After that, I'm starting with you. Okay, just I'm taking some water. Then we'll start.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, speak.
Sir, namaskar.
Namaskar.
Okay,
हाँ
sir.
हुआ
सर कितने मार्क के ये जो MEG-5
हाँ 100 marks 100 marks
Excuse me,
which
sir.
mark which
well,
mark in the MEG-5?
no you see MEG1 if you take any that that's as per your choice. You take any subject as per your own choice. If MEG 100 mark, 200 mark, MEG 300 mark, 4, 5, everything. Okay,
Okay.
you
Okay, yes,
take
sir.
any subject as per your choice because if you are in first year, so you have to choose any 4 topics. Yes or no? In first year,
Okay.
second year also 4 topics. So you may that's MEG 5 perhaps is compulsory. MEG 1, 2 compulsory. Yes or no?
Okay.
MEG 1, 2 compulsory, and 5 both were getting in first year and also second year. I mean that is
Okay.
MEG 5. So 100 marks.
Excuse me,
Each subject is 100 marks.
excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Okay, speak.
Sir, is MEC for 1 and 2 compulsory for first year?
First year, perhaps.
No.
For first year.
No,
First year,
sir.
first year.
Sir, I am also in first year. I have no MEG 1 or 2. I
No,
have
sir.
only MEG
MEG
5,
5
7, 10, or 14.
Sir, only MEG 5 is compulsory, sir.
MEG 5 is compulsory.
It's the MEG 1, 2 not compulsory, sir. Only 5.
Only 5.
Yes, sir.
Only 5 is
Yes,
compulsory in
Yes,
first
yes.
year.
Yes, sir. Only five is compulsory.
Only
Oh,
five.
okay.
One and
Optional, sir.
And three optional
Main
subjects.
thing is all the RCs are giving us different subjects. There is a difference between subjects
Hmm.
in Delhi's RC and Bhubaneswar RC or Kolkata RC.
No, no. What you see is in first year you have to just take 4 subjects. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Yes,
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes, sir.
Four.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
but sir, there is a
Any,
difference in all these states RCs. In Delhi, we
हाँ
use
हाँ
MEG 1, 3, 4, and 2.
हाँ. 1, 3, 4,
Sir,
2.
there are two kinds
1,
of
3, 1, 2,
one
3,
is
and 5.
online, another is offline. So for online students, MEG 1, 2, 3, and 5 is compulsory. We didn't get
हाँ
we don't have to choose. Like it was
हाँ.
fixed from the starting. So other students
Yes,
like
yes,
offline students, they can choose.
yes, 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 yes. Okay, just I'm taking some water. We'll start. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Then now we have to start
Hello,
some
sir.
soft questions.
Sir,
We have to start.
sir,
2 to 3 minutes. Okay.
uh,
Hello.
sir, can I ask a question? Actually, sir, I
Huh.
took the MEG 5, MEGs 9, 10, and I think 12. So, is it possible that in RC Bhubaneswar, I will get this subject, no? Or should I change?
Yes, yes. No, no, it is not equal in all the that's the branches,
Okay, sir.
all the study centers, all the study centers.
Sir, there
No
is one
one
more
is more
question
particular.
regarding the assignments. Sir, let me finish first. Yeah, regarding the assignments, can I get that deadline to submit the assignments?
You see, I have no idea about that. Just
31
tomorrow I'm
March.
asking. Tomorrow I'm
31
asking them.
March.
31st March.
Or
Okay. Thank
31st
you so much.
March.
Yes.
You have to submit your assignments. Yes or no?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, you submit it.
It
I
will
have to
extend
evaluate.
also.
But it
You,
can be
you,
extended also.
you,
Yeah.
you submit it. I will
Yes,
also.
yes.
I will evaluate your
It will
assignments.
extend also.
I will evaluate your
Sir,
assignments.
can I send it through by post because I am not
Yes, yes,
living in Bhubaneswar?
yes, yes. Also you can mail it. Mail it.
Sir,
Thank you
assignment
so much, sir.
আসলে কি?
Deadline
हाँ
is
It's
हाँ.
30.
depend on your RC guideline. It's depend on your
Yes,
RC guideline.
yes, yes. Okay, you don't fear. I will evaluate your assignments. Okay, all your assignments. I have to evaluate. First, I'm taking some water.
Hello, hello,
Excuse me, sir.
hello.
Yes, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, assignment
Sir,
last week.
sir, I
Hello.
Sir,
excuse me, sir.
Sir,
Excuse me, sir.
assignment deposit last date.
Please,
31st March.
say, can you guys kindly ask all this down after class? At the end of the class, can you guys ask the class, please? Let's finish
Yes,
it.
let's
Okay.
finish the
It's
class
a very tough
first.
subject, guys. Let's just finish it and last 15 minutes you guys can ask now. Let's finish the class, guys.
We
Yeah,
already
actually, please
something else.
don't.
Why
No,
are you keep asking the questions and all? I can understand.
please don't interrupt in between.
yeah, during the class, please don't ask anyone anything, please now.
We are not asking
Let's
any
finish.
question regarding this only, sir. Took 2 to 3 minutes that break. No, that's why we asked the questions. Okay.
So first let the sir finish.
We can understand that thing. No, we can understand that during that
We
break
cannot
only we are
understand
asking
whenever he
questions.
stop for some
Right? Okay.
question.
After
We
that,
cannot understand his
we will
lecture.
ask
Just
questions.
stop asking questions, please.
Guys, please. See, this is what happens when one person asks question. Now, the other person, they will start actually asking from there, and the break time will be extended. We are not saying you should not ask. It's just that if one person asks, the other few students also will have lot of queries, and they will keep asking. And
See, first you all
our time only we are
participated
wasting. That is
regarding
what
that
I'm trying.
subject. No, that's why I asked. And we are also some queries. So that's why
Ask all
we
the
are
queries and
eagerly
we'll
waiting.
answer.
I understand, ma'am. Ma'am, actually,
Don't I?
nobody is pointing you. Only you, ma'am. We are generally saying every student we can ask question at the end of the sessions because right now we are completely clueless what is going in the class. We can understand literature, literary criticism, and half of the thing is like completely our brains are muddled right now. So let's not bring in all the assignment topics now. Let's finish the class and we can you can take all your time and
Yes,
discuss
yes,
about
I
this with
can
the sir.
understand
We
your
are not.
words, ma'am. I can understand.
Yes,
I'm also
yes,
agree
please
with
stop it
you.
right
Okay,
now.
so don't worry.
Okay, where is
Okay,
sir?
it's
No more
okay.
argument.
Please
Okay,
stop.
where is sir? Please stop it.
But stop arguing.
Has sir left?
Please, everyone,
Guys,
mute
have sir?
yourself, please.
Has sir left? Please wait.
Please stop. Please stop,
Be
guys.
cool, please. Be
Okay,
cool.
okay, stop having a chit chat. So now I will start. So some other questions. That's Plato's argument against poetry or comments on Plato's views on poetry. Because here we have to discuss some lines about Plato and then Aristotle. Then after we have to discuss some short notes. It has some short notes also, Spota theory, Alankar theory, and Dhoni. Okay, all these in short, short notes carrying 10 marks. Sometimes also you are coming across some short notes of the present discussions. In all the blocks, you are getting some short
So
notes
can you
carrying
repeat
10
it
marks.
again?
Hello? Okay, we'll
Can you
discuss.
repeat
Discuss
the
all these short
names of the
notes now.
theories? Alankar theory?
Spota theory, SPOS,
Potadvari.
Spota theory, okay, and Spota Raso, that is Raso theory, and Dhoni theory. We'll discuss it now. I'm discussing it with now, okay. Very soon after discussing Plato's views on poetry, then we will switch over to all these short notes. That's also required. You may come across all these in your coming examination carrying 10 marks. So I will tell you all these in short with giving you clear cut idea. Okay, so short note on Plato. Write a short note on Plato. If the question comes carrying 10 marks, so we have to write in these ways. Or comments on Plato's views on poetry. Am I audible? Am I audible to you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Or Plato's argument against poetry. Okay. Plato's argument against poetry. Plato was the first Greek philosopher. Plato, Plato was the first Greek philosopher uh, who systematically expressed his views. Who systematically expressed his views on art and poetry. Remember, Plato was the first Greek philosopher who systematically expressed his views on art and poetry. He was highly influenced by his master Socrates. Plato's master was Socrates. He was highly influenced by his master Socrates, who had taught men to think and to search for truth in strictly detached manner. You know, detached manner and attached manner. Attached means to remain with, detached means to remain away. That is called in detached manner. Means Socrates, who had taught men to think and to search for truth in a detached manner. He was endowed with literary gifts. Who? Plato. Plato had been endowed with a lot of literary gifts. He was fine prose writer. Plato was a fine prose writer. And being the student of Socrates, as already you knew, Plato is the Plato's teacher was Socrates. So being the student of Socrates, he looked at life, society, art and literature from the lofty moral points of view, means a high moral point of view. Top, lofty means top, lofty moral point of view. In his famous book, Republic, he is concerned to construct fastly an ideal state. And an ideal state means in his famous book, The Republic, he is concerned to construct. Two, Plato is concerned to construct fastly an ideal state. And secondly, the ideal man. Understand? At first, Plato tried to just give stress or lay emphasis on an ideal state. Then, secondly, the ideal man, who is the individual counterpart. Counterpart means a person or thing that corresponds or has the same function as an other person or thing. Counterpart. Same function or other thing. The counterpart of the counterparts of the state. From the social point of view, Plato aimed at making everything, including art and poetry. From social point of view, Plato aimed at making everything from the social point of view. From the social point of view, Plato aimed at making everything, including art and poetry, subservient. Subservient means prepared to obey others, means unquestionably or submissive. Without asking anything, he just aimed at making poetry and art, subservient to morality or civic value. Morality or civic value. Civic value means moral value. And from the individual viewpoint, everything subservient to the philosophic ideal or the pursuit and the realization of the truth. Pursuit means chasing. Plato always runs after or chases truth in the pursuit. He always runs after or chases truth. He looks at art or poetry. Who? Plato. Plato looks at art or poetry from the social point of view. A piece of art and poetry, however beautiful it may be, according to Plato. Now I am speaking, you are giving a clear-cut note about Plato or Plato's views on poetry or Plato's argument against poetry. The same question. A piece of art and poetry, howsoever beautiful it may be, cannot be welcomed unless it contributes something in making an ideal state or a similar citizen. According to Plato, whatever the book may be or what type of qualities that we get from the book, unless it contributes something in making an ideal state and a similar citizen. Art or poetry, according to Plato, listen, art or poetry, according to Plato, contribute neither to the making of an ideal state nor to that of an ideal citizen. So he condemns poetry. Who? Plato condemns poetry. Why? Because it doesn't contribute neither to the making of an ideal state nor to that of an ideal citizen. So he condemns poetry on the following grounds. Plato condemns means blames poetry on the following grounds. What? Poetic inspiration. A poem is a poetic inspiration. A poet writes poetry because he is inspired. Unless until he is inspired by himself or by others, he cannot start writing poetry. He doesn't use language as normal human beings do. And he who is good at one is not good at any other kind of verse. For not only by art does the poet sing, but by power divine. God speaks through a poet. Poetry is divine. In the latter work, The Republic, Plato drew a distinction between the poet and the philosopher. The poet is inferior to the philosopher. Plato speaks. The poet is inferior to the philosopher because he uh, appeals to the emotions of the people. Because he appeals to the emotions of the people and not to their intellect. Plato speaks a poet is inferior to the philosopher because he appeals to the emotions of the people and not to their intellect. And thus, he is dangerous for society. Who speaks? Plato. Plato speaks.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Sir, can you repeat the last sentence which you just now?
Okay. Plato speaks, poet is inferior to the philosopher. Means philosopher is great, superior. Means philosopher is superior and poet just comes after that. Okay, poet is inferior to the philosopher because he appeals, who? The poet appeals to the emotions of the people. The poet appeals to the emotions of the people, APPELS, and not to their intellect. And thus he is dangerous for society. Since poetry is mainly guided by the impulse of the moment, impulse, idea of the moment, not by cool deliberation like philosophy, it cannot make the individual a better citizen and the state a better organization. Who, according to Plato? Plato speaks. Because now we are means I am dealing with Plato's argument on that argument against poetry. Means Plato is not in favor of poetry. Plato is not in favor of poetry because of all these reasons. Because he speaks that a poet is inferior to the philosopher, because a poet only speaks about the emotion of the people, not to their intellect. That is why a poet is dangerous for society. So, according to Plato, feeds and waters the passions, creates divisions and unsteadiness in the heart, or frivolous laughter and produces the opposite of civic virtue. Poets will have no place in the ideal republic. Being a product of inspiration, it affects the emotions rather than regions, the heart rather than the intellect. So many lines are there. Uh, so now, Plato's classification of poetry. Plato's that argument against poetry. Why does Plato is not in favor of poetry? And then Plato's classification of poetry. Plato first of all classified poetry into three categories. Plato first of all classified poetry into three categories. The number is it's purely lyrical, based on lyrics rhyming with each other. The purely mimetic and imitative. Mimetic means relating to or habitually that practicing mimesis. It's mimetic and means imitation. Mimetic means imitation. Purely mimetic and imitative, such as a drama in which life is imitated in action or speech. Means life is presented in action or speech. And three, the mixed type. First is lyrical poetry is purely lyrical based on rhymes. Mimetic and imitative. It imitates the two words meaning same, such as a drama in which life is imitated in action or speech. Imitated in action or speech. Then the mixed type, such as the epic, in which the poet partly indulges in a lyrical fights and partly introduces action and speech. Aristotle also classified drama into tragedy and comedy. Aristotle also classified drama into tragedy and comedy. He accepts pity and fear as the emotions proper to tragedy. Who? Aristotle accepts pity and fear. Pity and fear as the emotions proper to tragedy. Though he doesn't use the word catharsis, though he does not use the word catharsis, he hints at the process when he speaks of external agitation subsiding the agitation agitation within, as when a crying child is rocked by the nurse and is thus pacified. Okay, so many things are there because all these are some points. Now we have to discuss some other thing that the short notes. At first, we have to now discuss what is called um, uh, spota theory. Its meaning, features, spota theory is three stages of speech, other things, types of spota, everything in short. So spota theory means, just listen, spota and dhoni, just a little bit difference that we find in spota and dhoni. Uh, just listen, spota theory refers to the distinctive perception of sounds. Spota, SPSOTA. Spota refers to the distinctive perception of sound. Means whenever we perceive the sound, that is called spota. The meaning, the literary meaning. Spota refers to the distinctive perception of a sound. According to second view, dhwani refers to the sound emitted from the speaker vocal organs. Remember, spota refers to the distinctive perception of a sound. Spota. But dhwani, DHVANY, dhwani refers to the sounds emitted from the speaker's vocal organs, whereas the sounds reaching the ears of the listener is called spota. Whenever the speaker emits the sounds from the vocal organs and whenever it reaches to the ears of the listener, that is known as spota. Here, the relation between spota and dhwani is that of manifester and manifested. Understand? Manifester and manifested. Manifester means a person or a thing that manifests something. Manifester means a person or a thing that manifests, means presents something. Manifested means show a quality or feeling by one's acts or appearance, demonstrate, or display or show. Exhibit, that's called manifested. Manifested means spota is manifested and dhwani is manifested. Manifested, that is manifested. According to Bharat
Excuse me, sir. Sir,
Bhartahari,
manifested and manifested. Can you please tell spota theory is manifested or manifested?
manifested, man, spota is manifester and dhwani is manifested.
Okay, sir.
Understand? Dhwani is manifested because spota means you perception of a sound, you perceive it, and dhwani means it comes from the vocal organs, display. So according to Bhartahari, dhwani is the articulate sound that is a derivative or manifestation of inner speech. Okay, now I am just giving a clear-cut picture of spota theory. Clear-cut picture of spota theory. Listen. Clear-cut picture of spota theory.
Sir,
Spota
please
theory.
tell, excuse me, sir.
Sir,
Okay.
Vidya ma'am is
Tell
unmute.
her
Please
to
tell
make
her.
her mute.
Sir, repeat the sentence again.
I'm just giving you some new
Okay,
ideas about Spota theory. You see,
sir,
Yes, sir.
uh,
please
meaning
tell.
it is a Sanskrit word. You see, Spota is a Sanskrit word. You see, Spota is a Sanskrit word which means bursting, opening or spurt. Bursting means of a place full of activity. The bustling little town, busy town, crowded town. Spota means it is a Sanskrit word. Hello, don't make any sound. Spota means it is a Sanskrit word which means bustling, opening or spurt. It is an important concept in the Indian grammatical tradition of Vyakarana. Hello?
Hello, sir. Please tell Snigdha ma'am to unmute, sorry, to mute her. Actually, she is unmute.
Mic off. Okay, so mute. You see, spota is an important concept in an Indian grammatical tradition of Vyakaran. This theory was propounded by or given by Bhartahari. This spota theory, what you see, this spota theory was given by or propounded by Bhartahari. Bhartahari. He was a Sanskrit writer. Who? Bhartahari was a Sanskrit writer and is well known for his two important Sanskrit texts. That was Vakya Padya and linguistics philosophy. Bhartahari's view is that meaning is not conveyed from the spoken words. Listen to me. Now I'm giving you a look at Spota theory. Uh, Bhartahari gives his opinion or Bhartahari's view. Bhartahari means Bhartahari is the profounder or he was he has given the theory of this Spota. He has given this Spota theory. Bhartahari has given this or propounded this Spota theory. He was a Sanskrit writer and and is well known for his two important Sanskrit texts. That is Vakyapadya and linguistics philosophy. Bhartahari's view is that meaning is not conveyed from the speaker to the listener. Meaning is not conveyed. Simply we go on talking or go on speaking a particular sentence. We are not meant for giving its meaning. According to Bhartahari, meaning is not conveyed from the speaker to the listener. Rather, the spoken words serves only stimulates to reveal or uncover the meaning. At first, you speak the meaning of the sentence. You have to speak the sentence. Then, from that sentence, it is understood that, or you better understand the meanings of the words from the sentence. So, Bhartahari speaks, meaning is not conveyed from the speaker to the listener. Rather, the spoken words serves only stimulus, serves only to stimulus to reveal or uncover the meaning, which was already present in the minds of the listener or hearer. Understand? It pertains to the problems of articulation of speech. It pertains to the problems of articulation of speech. Pertains to the problems of the articulation of speech and how the mind arranges linguistic units into meaning and ultimately discourses. Spota's theory. Bhartahari, the writer of Spota theory, or the profounder,
चेंजेस कुछ है ठीक
Bhartahari, he theorized the act
ड्रास्टिक
of
चेंजेस मैंने लॉट्स ऑफ चेंजेस मैंने बहुत बड़ा आकार चेंजेस तो
Sir, can you please tell Snigdha ma'am to mute her actually
Snigdha, mute your
disturbance?
Snigdha, mute yourself. Snigdha, please mute yourself.
mute, mute. You see that Spota theory, Bhartahari theorized the act of, after that we will discuss to Rasa or Rasa theory, then Alankar, okay, if time permits. Spota theory, he theorized the act of speech as being made of three categories or three stages. Spota theory means that speech, it relates to speech. It pertains to the problems of articulation of a speech and how the mind arranges linguistic units into meaning and ultimately discourses. Conceptualization by the speaker, performance of speaking, and comprehension of the interpreter. These are the three stages that we come across in Spota theory. Conceptualization of the by the speaker. The speaker conceptualize, mean it just understands the meaning. Then performance of speaking, how does he speak, and then comprehension by the interpreter. How does the interpreter, means one who interprets, just gives a new form to that sentence told by the first person. So all these. Okay, now a rasa theory, that rasa or rasa. Bharat's Natya Shastra is the oldest treatise. Bharat's Natya Shastra is the oldest treatise, means book on rasa theory. Bharat, also the same person. Okay. The idea of rasa in drama or poetry is a unique creation of Indian dramatology and rhetorics. The translation of this word rasa, the translation of this word rasa is also very difficult as it is an enjoyment or experience in the mind of the sympathetic audience or reader. It is an individual experience brought through the expression of bhava. Rasa means bhava. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Rasa.
Yes, sir.
Rasa means bhava. Rasa kondini.
It's a feeling, sir.
Emotions.
Hello? Huh.
Emotions.
Emotions. The rasa. I'll discuss. The rasa has 8 emotions, and that is Sringara, Hasya, Karuna, Rudra. We'll discuss this later. Just after that, the rasa is creation or promoted in the mind of a spectator. That the rasa is creation or promoted in the mind of a spectator by the bhavo. How does it? So it comes from a bhavo. How do you act? What type of feeling do you have? How do you like or love that? So that is called bhavo. So from bhavo we just find the rasa. Uh, by the
What is,
bhavo
sir? What
being
is Pavo?
expressed.
What is, I don't get the.
Whenever you express your bhavo, so automatically rasa comes. Yes or no? Rasa.
What is
Whenever
Pavo?
you
What
Excuse me,
is
sir. Sir.
hello,
Sir,
bhavo.
actually in this class, sir,
Huh.
actually in this class, some international students are also there. So when you use some words like in Odia, as we are Odia
No, no,
student, we
bhavo is
can
not Odia.
understand that. But
Bhavo is not
yes, sir.
Odia.
Sanskrit. It's Sanskrit. Sanskrit.
Sanskrit word
Sir,
bhavo.
sir,
So it
actually
is
I
related
know
with
that is
rasa.
Sanskrit, but yes, sir, but actually they don't know that.
Bhavo means emotion.
They don't have the. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Bhavo means emotion. Understand? Emotional. Emotion means you are emotionally attached. Means rasa comes. Uh, these two, the rasa and rasa and bhava are interdependent. These two, the rasa and bhava, both are dependent upon each other. As a rasa is not created without bhava, means we cannot create a rasa or rasa without bhava. If there is no rasa, there is no bhava, means emotion. And bhava has no existence if rasa are not promoted. If you do not promote rasa, bhava, that emotion will not come. Bhava can be considered, that emotion can be considered as the physical body and rasa being its soul. If we take emotion as the physical body, means if bhava or emotion can be considered as the physical body and rasa being its soul. Bharat Bharat has classified rasa into eight categories. You see now what are these eight forms of rasa. Bharat has classified rasa into eight. Rasa means emotions. Rasa means emotions. Bhava, rasa and bhava are the same. Rasa and bhava are the same, means emotions. So at the first emotion of rasa is, according to Bharat Natya Shastra, okay, he is a Sanskrit writer. Bharat is a Sanskrit writer. He is famous for writing many texts. Uh, so Bharat has classified rasa into eight. The first one is Shringar. Shringar. Shringar means amorous, means love or beauty. Remember. Shringar. Shringar means amorous. Amorous. Its meaning is love or beauty. Then Hasya. Number two is Hasya. Hasya means humorous. Hasya means humorous or a laughter. We may call it as also laughter. Then Karuna. Karuna means pathetic. That is called sorrow. Sorrow.
Sympathy, sir,
Huh.
sympathy.
Karuna. Pathetic. Yes, sympathy. Or sorrow. Means whenever you see pathetic scenes come, you express your sorrow. You become very sorrow. Okay. Sorry for that. You apologize. So, Karuna means pathetic. You are in a sorrowful mood, means sad mood, whenever pathetic scenes emerge or come in a drama or in a play. You are in a sorrowful mood, okay, tear shedding mood. So that is called Karuna. So Sringar means amorous, love or beauty. Hasya means humorous, means rasa, the divisions of rasa I am just explaining with you. Then Karuna means pathetic. Then Rudra. Rudra means furious, means anger. Rudra means furious, means anger. Then Veera. Veera means valorous, means heroism or courage. Veer means valorous. Veera means valorous. Its meaning is heroism or courage. Then Bhayanak. Bhayanak means horrifying, terror or fear. Bhayanak. Its meaning is horrifying, means terror or fear. Then Adbhuta. 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 Its meaning wonderful, means surprise or wonder. Then Santa. Santa. Its meaning is peace or tranquility. So in these ways, Bhartahari or Bharat has classified rasa into eight categories: Shringar, Hasya, Karuna, Rudra, Veera, Bhayanak, Adbhuta, and Shanta. According the inquiries made by the sage about rasa, Bharat puts in his Natya Shastra as the combination of Vibhava, Anubhava, and Vyabhichari. Bhavas that creates the rasa. Bhavas that creates the rasa. If you do not have no emotion, you cannot create any rasa. Rasa is the produce in the minds of a sympathetic audience. Rasa is produced in the minds of the sympathetic audience as a result of configuration of two determinants, the consequence and the transitory moods. Thus, rasa is manifested by the removal of developing obstacles. Thus, rasa is manifested by the removal of developing obstacles and reveals something which already exists. This manifestation becomes the source of transcendent charm. Transcendent charm and is spoken as rasa. Thus, Rasananda, we speak Rasananda, is said almost equivalent to Bharat's explained philosophical bliss or Brahmananda. Thus, Rasananda is said almost equivalent to Bharat's explained philosophical bliss or Brahmananda. Then is coming your Dhoni. After Rasa is coming your Dhoni. The theory of Dhoni, the theory, am I audible to you? Are you able to listen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Dhoni, Dhvani. These are the short questions you may come across in your coming ensuing examinations carrying 10 marks. The theory of Dhoni, this is in block 1, that is an introduction. So tomorrow to start block what? Block
Block 1,
2.
Unit 5.
Block 2. Tomorrow to start block 2. Block 2. Have you
Sir.
noted down the topic for block 2? Perhaps in classical
Classical
criticism.
criticism.
Perhaps in block 1 we discuss classical criticism. All these are difficult discussion, difficult topics because starting from your top to bottom, so far as your blocks are concerned, in that is MEG, this block happens with the most critical one, difficult. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Because MEG 1 you know that is poetry, MEG 2 that novel and drama, all these are getting it from the very beginning, inception, to know a lot about that also, and MEG 4 also, everything. So whatever this discussion is difficult. That's quite a problematic one. Okay, then Dhoni theory. Dhoni theory. The theory of Dhoni in the field of Indian poetics is not only a contribution to Sanskrit language. The theory of Dhoni means sound that comes from within. As earlier I told you now, Dhoni, according to Bhartahari, Dhoni is the articulate sound that is a derivative of or manifestation of inner speech, spota. It is a inner speech of spota. Hala? Inner speech comes from the vocal cords. That is called Dhoni. So the theory of Dhoni in the field of Indian poetics is not only a contribution to Sanskrit language, but also to the universal rhetoric and aesthetics. The theme of aesthetic has been inherited through the Natya Shastra of Bharata. Bharat has written a text called that is called Natya Shastra. In that Natya Shastra, he has written everything. Spota, that is Dhoni, that is Stuti. Stuti means whenever speak slokas on gods and goddesses. Okay.
Sir, Stuti means chanting.
Chanting Stuti. Stuti means goddess. Suppose Stuti means
Prayer form.
its meaning is praise. If you praise God as if you offer Him in your praise, you express your respect, honor, and thanks to God and praise to God just by giving hymns. SYMNS, hymns, prayer. Understand? Shloka, that is called stuti. Okay. Suppose in Gita, that is Krishna is speaking, Ananya Chetas Tatatang jo mang smrati nityasa, tesang nityabhijuktanang yogakhyamo bahamyam. Okay, stuti means we praise God. We chant the names of gods and goddesses. Thanks, okay, thanks to God. That is Stuti. So now discussing about Dhoni, the theory of Dhoni in the field of okay. So the theme of aesthetic is has been inherited through the Natya Shastra of Bharata and has been discussed by many scholars in these works and propounded different theories too. If the inner meaning, now concept of Dhoni, if the inner meaning of the poetry is suggestive, if the inner meaning of the poetry is suggestive, figurative, and expressive, then it leads evoking the desire rasa.
So please repeat.
Sir, can you please repeat the last line, sir?
Telling. If the inner meaning of the poetry is suggestive, figurative, and expressive, then it leads evoking the desired rasa. Okay. Sure, and that Anand Anand Bardhan, Anand Bardhan, a writer, said, Dhoni is the Atma of Kavya. In all good poetry, Dhoni is found as important element. In all good poetry, Dhoni is found as important element. Such poetry in which the sound and its explicit meaning become subordinate and implicit meaning uh, embraces various dimensions such as the base idea, figures of speech, and sentiment is called the highest type of poetry. In figures of speech like uh, okay, so Anand Vardhan, a writer, with his theory of Dhoni, pointed out that the reader should go beyond the meaning to capture the suggested or hinted meaning. The epoch-making work of Anand Vardhan, the Davanya Lok, makes an attempt to study poetics from the aesthetic point of view by giving prominence to rasa. Okay, so many lines are there about because it's time to now leave. Then Alankar theory. Okay, it was given by Bahama in his book Kavya Alankar. So now you know Spota theory, Dhoni theory, though not in detail, but in short, uh, Alankar theory. Alankar or Alankar, both are the same. Alankar or Alankar theory, it was given by Bahama in his book Kavya Alankar. Bahama is a writer, Sanskrit writer, who in his Kavya Alankar has written about Alankar theory. Alankar literally means ornament. How do you know Alankar? Means ornament? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So the literary meaning ornament. Nowadays what you are wearing, costly jewelries. So Alankar literary means ornament. Alankar in Indian language are used essentially to enhance the beauty of poetry and music. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Or Alankar literally means ornament. The ordinary meaning of the word is ornament, but in literary sense, or that's from another point of view, or on the other hand, Alankar in Indian language alamkar or alankar in Indian language are used essentially to enhance the beauty of poetry and music. Why do we use alankar in poetry and music? Sorry, in languages only to enhance the beauty, only to add the beauty of poetry and music. We use alankar in language. Alankar is not mere decorative
Sir, to
poetry.
enhance the beauty and
Beauty and for poetry and music. We use alankar in Indian languages only to enhance the beauty of poetry and music. Alankar is not mere decorative poetry or embellishment in literature. The alankaras are various figures of speech. Okay, alankar divided into two categories. That Bahama in his Kavya Shastra has divided alankar into two categories. One is Shabda Alankar, two is Artha Alankar. Then also Shabda Alankar is again has some subdivisions, has some
what
sub
is
points.
second?
Artha Alankar, Artha Alankar. First is Shabda Alankar, then second is Artha Alankar. Artha Alankar.
Okay, sir.
Shabda Alankar means it came from two words Shabda. Shabda means what? Word. Shabda means
What, sir?
word plus Alankar. Shabda Alankar. Shabda Alankar means it came from two words. So what are the two words?
Words,
Shabda.
word no, words.
Two words, that's Shabad. Shabad or Shabda means word plus Alankar. Alankar means ornaments. Certain specific words that create an ornamental effect in a verse or poem. It came from two words that Shabda means word plus Alankar means ornament. Certain specific words that create an ornamental effect in a verse or poem. That is called Shabda Alankar. Why do we use Shabda Alankar? We use Shabda Alankar in order to create an ornamental effect. Ornamental effect. Okay. Ornamental effect in a verse or poem. Ornamental effect. ORNAMENTAL. Okay. Then
Prafula,
Artha
please
Alankar.
unmute your mic.
Now you knew some lines about Shabda Alankar. As it is divided into two types. So the first type is Shabda Alankar, then is Artha Alankar. It came from two words Artha. Artha means Artha plus Alankar, and that is Shabda Alankar means Shabda plus Alankar. Word plus Alankar means ornament. So that is Artha Alankar means Artha means meaning. Artha means meaning. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Artha means meaning plus Alankar. Artha Alankar. Alankar means ornament. So the meaning of words that creates the required enhancement. The meaning of words that creates the required enhancements. Artha Alankar. Okay. Means just we use some more arthas meanings to a particular sentence. Then Shabda Alankar again types. It has some types, many sub points. Anupras, then yamak, then slash. Okay, so in these types, we have many things to discuss about alankars. We have no time now. Time knocks the bell now. Okay. Time knocks the okay as the examination knocks the
Sir,
door.
sir, what about notes, sir?
No, I will give up to the end of all the discussions, not now, because right now I am just preparing for you. As today's I prepared and also gave you some more important lines about present discussion. Tomorrow also the same thing will continue. I am writing, extracting some lines from other materials and presenting for you to the best of my ability as required. So after the end of all, when we will come to an end, at that time we will discuss. After 8 days, it will take only 8 days. That is block one today complete. Tomorrow block two. Each day each block.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
So after
excuse me, sir.
8 days, we will again meet and not to cheat. We will meet not to cheat, but to look fit. Okay.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Sir,
Huh.
in the next class, can you please give us some example regarding the Sabda Alankar and Artha Alankar? Just small
Okay. Okay.
examples.
Okay. 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 Right. Right.
Thank you,
Right.
sir.
Right.
Thank you.
Right. Right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So
Sir,
that,
thank you. The
okay. Thank
experience
you.
was very good.
Tomorrow to meet the same time with the same with the next topic. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
for the
Thank you,
very
sir.
insightful.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
sir,
Tell.
sir, Rosso and Rasa is the same meaning or different?
The same meaning. Rasa. Rasa means, you see, rasa means, just giving a line. The word rasa was originally used for the drinks. It means the rasa, word rasa was originally used for the drinks of a god that is called somarasa. Somarasa. That's nowadays it is called as liquor. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Mother.
Yes, sir.
Red water. Understand?
And
Yes,
red
sir.
wine?
Red water, and what is the difference between water and red water?
Alcohol, sir.
Any
Yes,
kind of
alcohol. Very simple.
Sir, it's
The water
alcohol.
you drink is known as white water. Yes or no?
yes,
The
sir.
Yes,
water
sir.
you are taking is known as white water. The water taken by others, ହେଲା, drinkers are called red water or drunkard.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that is called somrasa. It is meant for gods and goddesses in those days. Okay. That is in
Yes, sir.
developed in uh, well. So tomorrow, if time permits, then we have to start the rest. Today, what has not been completed. If time permits, then to start all this and then to pass on to the next, that is the new discussion, block two, classical criticism. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank
sir. Thank
you.
you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
ହ୍ୟାଲୋ ମତେ ଆଉ ମ୍ୟାଡାମ 2 ମିନିଟ ପରେ ମତେ ଫୋନ କର 2 ମିନିଟ ପରେ ମତେ ହଉ ହ୍ୟାଲୋ ହ୍ୟାଲୋ
Sir, na, sir.
ଡାକିଲି ବଳ